Ezekiel chapter 37, verses 12 through 14 is where I will hang my hat. In an NIV version of the Bible, I'm going to ask that everyone who can and will stand with me for the reading of God's word. NIV version of the Bible says, "Therefore prophesy and say to them, this is what the sovereign Lord says." Yes, Lord. My people, I am going to open your graves and bring you up from them. I will bring you back to the land of Israel. Then you, my people, will know that I am the Lord when I open your graves and bring you up from them. I will put my spirit in you, and you will live, and I will settle you in your own land. Then you will know that I, the Lord, have spoken, and I have done it, declares the Lord. Do me a favor, if you don't mind, turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, there will be a shift when I speak. Just tell somebody else on your road, there will be a shift when I speak. You ought to give God glory in this room. There will be a shift when I speak. There will be a shift when I speak. Thank you for your standing while the word of the Lord was read. Let me open this little message up by declaring in your hearing that as simple as this may sound, please understand, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, that our words have power. We have the power to speak healing, to speak change, to speak deliverance. We have the power to speak strength when we're hurting, miracles when we need them, blessings to fall, but we also have the power of decreeing curses over our lives. Our words are designed to carry and shift the power we need, and we must be careful in how we use them. I believe we misquote this scripture all the time. In Proverbs chapter number 18, verse number 21, it says, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Which means we have the power and the ability to speak the shift we want to see in our situations. This is not going to bless everybody, because the reason why some of us are still stuck is because we have cursed our situation. And instead of us speaking ourselves out of a place, we speak ourselves into it and decree and ask for other folk to help us out of it. I know I wasn't going to have a whole lot of amens, because some of us cannot get over what we've been through because we are the ones that spoke ourselves into it, and now I need assistance to speak me out of it. That's why you can't have everybody in your life, because there are some people that like seeing you where you're stuck but never want to see you shift. I wish I had somebody. And every now and then you got to learn how to connect the folk that said, I'm tired of watching you waddle in what worrying you. I'm ready to see you get to another place. We curse ourselves and we bless ourselves with the word. And mother, I learned something about words, that letters don't affect you. Letters together. I wish I had somebody. That I wanted to use this word, but I don't want to make nobody mad. We use the word shift all the time. Take a letter out of that. And see, y'all looking at me in that strange tone of voice, but you just shifted. Oh, and some of us have been snatching letters out of words, and we mismanaged what God spoke already over our lives. So we got to be mindful that our words can curse or bless. It can save or sabotage. It can help or it can hurt. So we got to be watchful and mindful how we speak into, over, and about things in our lives and people that are in our lives. I don't want to mess nobody's theology up, but I got to tell you this. People of God, we do not have the ability to call those things that be not as though they were. I knew I was going to lose everybody. Because if you look at the content of that text in Romans chapter number 4, verse number 17, it says, God calls things that be not as though they were. In other words, that is God's job and not yours. Here's something you can tweet, text, or timeline. We cannot speak things into existence. We can only speak things that already exist. I knew I was going to have. See, you thought that when you went on that car lot, you were speaking a car into existence. You didn't speak a car into existence. What you did was spoke into what already exists. And God said, I gave you the ability to name what I already put in place. That's the problem with most of us. We think we can just go into an atmosphere and call something into existence. You ain't God. You don't have that kind of power. But what you can do is where everything that does exist, you can go and speak to it. And it's supposed to command. And y'all ain't saying nothing to me. In other words, if pain exists, you can speak to it. If problem exists, you can speak to it. If poverty exists, you can speak. You got to learn how to speak to what already exists. I know you was going to look at me funny, so I'm going to help you in context. When God had, watch this, when God created man, he never told man to name anything that wasn't already in place. Boy, I got the wrong group of people. Because when there was a void and an emptiness, God spoke. Y'all didn't see that? I knew you were slow. God spoke into something that wasn't there. And then it became what it was. But then God put man there and told him, you name it. Y'all didn't hear it? Can I just tell about 20 of you that the moment you want to see change in your life, you start speaking to what already is there. I'm speaking to my pain. I'm speaking to my peace. I'm speaking to my house. I'm speaking to my children. I'm speaking in my church because I want to see a shift. Tell somebody real quick, speak to it. They don't shout with you, don't talk to them no more. Tell them, say, speak to it. There'll be a shift when you speak to it. You got to learn how there are some things you got to stop tiptoeing around and speak directly to, y'all. I know you ain't going to be honest enough, but there are some of us that really don't have depression, but because we keep speaking that we are, y'all ain't saying nothing to me. You walk around depressed, you act depressed, you look depressed, and if you start learning how to speak to that depression and tell them you don't have power, I speak life over you. Y'all ain't saying, you gonna leave me alone, you gonna mess with somebody else's child, you gonna mess with somebody else's mind, leave me the hell alone. I got power to speak a shift. I see right now I'm boring everybody. All right, let me go. I think you got turkey on the mind, so let me go ahead and get you to it. Here it is. Here in the text, here in the text, in Ezekiel chapter 37, we find a vivid illustration of what happens when we speak into situations in our lives. Watch this. God promised Israel, according to Ezekiel 36, that he would fully restore and put back in place their land if they had somebody to speak to it. Boy, I'm finna lose everybody in this room. Here's what he told them. I don't even know if your neighbor gonna shout, but I'm going to give you a prophetic word that should shift every person on your row. Here it is. God told Israel, he said, this time when I restore you, you're going to be better than before. Thank you, woman of God. I think everybody on your row went to sleep. I just prophesied to your next year, even before you made it, that before you leave 2019, God said, I'm going to restore you so much so that you're going to look better than you did before. I wish I had somebody that can holler real quick and tell them, thank you for looking better. Woo! It's getting ready to be better than before. Just tell 3 people better than before. Better than before. I know they broke your heart better than before. I know it messed with your household better than before. I know they condemned your marriage and put you down and told you you weren't going to be nothing. But I prophesy in this room, it's getting ready to be better than before. Settle down, Robert Bailey. See, this is why 2020 gonna look like 2019 in your life, because you don't know how to shout. The text says, don't wait until the battle is over. You learn how to shout in advance. Before I even make it, I'm believing. Before December get here, I'm believing it's gonna get better than it's ever been. Just give God glory if you believe it's gonna get better. Better than before. Hey, my son. Better than before. Hey, God. Better than before. Hey, yes, sir. Better than before. I'm getting a better heart, a better mind, a better relationship. I'm getting a better move. Y'all ain't saying my husband coming back better, my man coming back better, my job is going to be better than it's ever been. Better. This time, it's going to be better than before. Your next won't look like your now. Good God, today. I said your next won't look like your now. I know right now it look hurt. I know you seeing pain and I know you seeing problems, but God told me to tell you, if you just learn how to give me glory in your now, it's getting ready to shift everything in your next. Because everything you getting ready to see next is going to be better than it's ever been. High five somebody that came to have church with them. Tell them, say better than before. If they shout, that's a good neighbor. If they don't shout, don't talk to them. Better than before. I'm speaking it in your spirit, better than before. I'm speaking it over your family, better than before. I'm speaking it over your mind and your marriage and your ministry and your relationship. Your family members better than before. It's getting ready to get better. There you go. Y'all sit down. Y'all sit down. Yeah, God. Y'all sit down. Y'all please sit down. Y'all disturbing them people that ain't got nothing to shout about. Y'all be quiet. Y'all doing too much. Yeah, I believe better. Yeah. I believe it's getting ready to be better. I know, because the doctor diagnosed me with something and I thought it was going to kill me, but God just said my limbs just got better. My lungs and y'all ain't saying, my heart just got better. My cavity, my kidneys just got better. I decree and declare it ain't no cancer in my body, because it's getting ready to get better. Let me go. Y'all sit down, please. He tells them. Now watch this. Here's why I know you don't have the right person sitting next to you. Because I said, wait a minute. Israel have been down for 40 years at this moment. Y'all, I'm finna mess your whole row up. I don't even know. Israel has been down for 40 years up until this moment. And God is just now saying it's about to get better. And I kept saying, wait a minute. There were other prophets and people before Ezekiel, which tells me not everybody is anointed to speak better over your life. See, some folk connect to people because y'all cool as long as y'all got something. But I need somebody that know when I ain't got nothing, you can still speak life into me. You can still call me. You can still pick me up because you know God anointed you to bring better in my life. I'm going to show you in the content of the text. God couldn't trust nobody else with this word. He can only trust Ezekiel. I wish I had Bible readers in here. I'm going to show it to you because the text says he takes him in the spirit and carries him to this valley that's full of bones. When he gets to the valley, I wish I had some. He gets to, I'm at verse number 3, just in case you was trying to follow me. He's at verse number 3, he says, God asked Ezekiel a critical question. I'm finna mess your theology up in here. He says to him, can these bones live? Here's the problem with most of us. We're connecting to too many people that don't believe you're going to come out. And you wonder why you still stuck even after they done prayed for you and even after they done laid hands on you, because evidently they ain't anointed to believe you to come out of it. I need real believers in my life that'll pray me out of this mess. Do you believe it? Because if you don't believe trying to pray for me, I'm going to stay where I am. Y'all ain't saying. Y'all better start asking some of these intercessors, do you really believe? You need to start asking some of these altar workers, do you really believe? Because I came up here believing, God, that when I leave this altar, everything in my life gonna shift. Well, I just pissed off everybody on that row, I tell you. And the problem with most of us in this room, we keep giving authorization to people who are not designed to be a part of your destination. We keep giving authorization to people who are not designed to be a part of your destination. Because not everybody has the ability to pull you out of a thing. Some folk only, watch this, patch things. God got to deliver me from people that can only take me when I'm being good to them, but can't handle me when I got to correct you and y'all ain't saying nothing to me. Because as long as you can handle when I'm being good to you, there ain't no challenge to your spirit. But I need folk that can handle me when I got to tell you, baby, you can't do that. You can't go over there. I don't need you to say that. I wish I had more people in here. Because when you can correct me, that means I ain't going to stay where I am. That means you want to see me get somewhere else. So he asked him, can these bones live? And I said, God, why are you asking him this? Because you brought him. He didn't take himself. He didn't say, Lord, I'm going to this valley of dry bones. I need your help. He didn't do that. Lord, you picked me up out of my sleep and took me to a place Oh, Lord Jesus. And since I'm here, you gonna ask me, can they live? So his response is, well, you know. I mean, you the one brought me. So evidently you know what I don't know. Because to me, they are still dead, they are still dormant, and they are still divided. I'm about to help about 20 of y'all in this room. Stop letting everybody talk and prophesy in your life. Because if they not speaking to your dead, dormant, or divided place, they are not assigned to be in your life. I don't need no house. I don't need no car. I don't need no clothes. I just need somebody that can see devils on me, that can see darkness on my life, that can see dead in my spirit, and can pray me through it. I need somebody that can see me damaged and still pull me through. Folk that can see my gifts being dormant, I can go speak life into them. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I need folk that can know when they go in my house, they can feel devils are lurking and operating here, and they can go in there and start binding demons in me. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I need real believers that'll speak life into me and not leave me. Nudge your neighbor real quick and tell them, speak life into me. Speak life into me. I don't need you. I don't need you to make me happy. I need you to help make me whole. I'm sick and tired of having folk that all you can do is speak to what makes me feel good. But then I'm still not living no kind of way. I'm still tripping about everything. I'm still falling apart over every circumstance. God told me to tell you today, it's time for you to connect the folk that'll speak life into you. I'm sick and tired of walking around waddling in where I am. I want to see a shift in my life, and I need somebody to speak it. Let me go, y'all. He said, can these bones live? Here's my issue. Ezekiel ain't even there. I knew y'all didn't read your Bible right there. Verse number 1 says, he was carried there. So this is a vision. Woo! Which means, God, please don't shout. Oh, please do not tear this place up. God, in the next season of your life, is getting ready to set seers in your situation that don't speak about your struggle. You didn't hear what I just said, because you got too many people that always want to know what you're dealing with and what you're going through. But God gonna send you real anointed folk that don't need to know your issue, but that's gonna step in your situation and start praying. Baby, I bind everything over. I refuse to leave you broke. I refuse to leave you sad. I'm a seer, and I gotta speak you out. I need a seer. I need somebody that sees, but don't always speak about the struggle. Because what seers do, seers jump in for your survival. And you got other folk who only speak about your struggle. Can I just tell about 20 of y'all in the room that you're going to know who's anointed to be in your life when all your business start coming out? I lost everybody, because there's some folk that can't hold water. They gonna tell everything that's wrong with you. They gonna tell what's going on in your family and what's going on in your household. I need folk that can see and ain't saying nothing, but speak me through it. Let me go. I think I made everybody on this side mad, so let me go ahead and go. He puts him in 3 places. I hope y'all ready for this. 3 places he tells him to speak into. So I need every believer in this room to clear your throat. Because I need you to put your prophetic voice on. I need you to get all the phlegm and the cold and the sleep out of your throat. I need you to, because your next speaking moment is getting ready to shift areas in your life. I hope you're ready. Here's the first place he tells him to speak into. He says, it's in verse number 4. I hope you're looking at it. He says, I need you to speak to these bones. I need you to talk to the bones. All right. I need you to talk to the bones. I said, okay, God, that's a little strange. I mean, because you send me out here, I'm half asleep, and you got me in this valley, and the whole entire valley is full of bones. And you want me to talk to bones? Not bodies. Not people that can respond back. You want me to talk to bones. And I said, Lord, what's going on? Why are you telling him, oh boy, to talk to these bones? And God says something to me. He says, you do know bones represent structure. Some of the reasons why we don't have structure, because our bones are scattered. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing in this room. So he tells you that in order for you to see it all come together, you're going to have to learn to speak to the structure of some stuff. I speak to my husband because you're the head of the house. I need you to line up and get it on. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me. If you're the only woman in the house, I speak to my mother who can speak structure back into my life. Boy, I got the wrong group of people. And here's the problem that I have. Here's what I have a problem with. That everybody, oh boy, everybody want to speak, but we speaking the wrong stuff. When God created man in Genesis chapter number 2, he gave him structure before he gave him spirit. I'm finna lose everybody. So everybody that's walking around here saying they got spirit and you ain't got no structure, you out of order. Because he gave you structure before you got spirit. That's why he tells you to get your house in order before I release my spirit to you. That's why it bothers me, mother, be around anointed folk that's operating in spirit but don't have no structure. How in the world you can speak in tongues and can't speak to people? How in the world you can minister to folk but you the biggest messiest person in the church? How can you intercede and you involved? How can you preach and you still parlaying? How can you cover and you still condemning? How in the world can you got to get some structure in your life? I knew your neighbor wasn't going to shout. I told you to clear your prophetic voice, because this ain't for the weak at heart. This ain't for the faint of heart. This is for folk that want to see structure. I dare you to start speaking structure back into your life. Structure back into your house. Structure back into your ministry and your marriage and your vision and your dream. I want structure. That didn't make them shout yet. All right. I knew that wasn't going to make them shout. Hey, Misha, I knew that wasn't going to make them shout. This is what happens because I knew you weren't going to put your prophetic voice on, and because you cleared your throat, you just made a bunch of noise. You didn't do nothing here. Because every person that spoke structure, I'm going to tell you the next prophetic word that just happened in the text. If you spoke structure, things are coming together. Boy, I almost ran. Where's Sean at? Can you take a lap for me? Thank you. I almost ran because there are some folk, you've been waiting on it to come together. I need you to speak structure. And when you speak structure, everything out of order is getting ready to come back together. Just prophesy to somebody, it's coming back together. It's getting ready to come back together. Everything that fell apart, everything that was out of line, it's getting ready to get back in order because I speak structure. It's coming back together. It's coming back together. Your heart coming back together. Your spirit got to get back together. Your marriage and your ministry about to get back together. All you had to do was speak structure. Somebody shout structure. It just came back together. You didn't catch it? I dare you to holler again, structure. It just came back together on that job. I dare you to holler it again. It just came back together in your mind. I dare you to holler it again. It just came back together in your household. I dare you to holler structure. It's coming back together. Speak to them bones. The structure of man. And when you speak to the structure of man, it's going to come back together. Woo, Jesus. Boy, I felt that all down my spine. It's coming back together. It's coming back together. Yes, so I got to go. Yeah, I'm past my bedtime. He says, speak to the bones. Then the second place he tells him to speak is in verse number 9. He asks him again, can these bones live? You know, Father. He said, well, this is the second place I need you to speak. Are you ready? Speak to the winds. Speak to, I'm in verse number 9. He said to him, prophesy to the wind. And tell the wind to come from the four winds. That means it's going to come from every direction. And breathe on what died. Boy, I don't know what church this is. God says that when you open your mouth and speak this time, he's going to send winds from every corner to breathe on what died in your life. Woo! For everything that tried to kill you off and damage your spirit and mess with your mind and mess with your heart and mess up your soul. God said when you speak this time, I dare to clear your throat. Because when I open my mouth this time, God is getting ready to send wind that's getting ready to revive and resurrect and restore everything that was supposed to be dead. Boy, I wish I had more people. Okay, I knew you weren't going to shout right there. He said when you speak this time, the winds are going to come on what died. And now you're going to live from it. They didn't get it, man of God. All right. Wind in the content of the text is where we get the word pneuma from. Pneuma or ruah, which means in Hebrew and Greek, the breath of life. Which simply says that the next sound that comes out of your mouth is ready to give you your breath back. everywhere you lost wind in the year of 2019, God says, I'm getting ready to give you your wind back. You getting ready to get your fire and your zeal and your passion and your joy and your hope. Y'all, I wish I had somebody that'll get happy in this room and say, I just want it all back. Woo. Oh my God. You getting ready to get your wind back. Somebody shout, I'm getting it back. Oh. Once you get structure, God then breathes on what was slain, and his breath on what's slain gives you your wind back. All right. I'm about to say something real quick. Your neighbor not going to shout, so I'm just going to talk to you because I realize your neighbor don't always catch this, so I got to tell you so you can catch it, and maybe they'll catch it next week when they come back up again. All right, here it is. The moment you get your wind back, God is not going to give you a former wind. Thank y'all for shouting over. I don't know what's going on over here. He's getting ready to give you a fresh wind. You're getting ready to breathe again and believe again and love again and serve again and sing again and shout like you never have, because you're getting ready to get a fresh. I wish I had somebody that'll shout fresh wind. Breathe on me, God. Breathe fresh wind. Breathe fresh fire. Breathe fresh anointing. I need fresh. Woo! Fresh wind. Fresh wind. I speak fresh wind in this room. Every person that wanted to quit, fresh wind. Every person that wanted to give up, fresh wind. Every person that almost killed themselves, fresh wind. Every person that feels depressed, fresh wind. I speak fresh. Somebody shout fresh wind. I got to tell you this. The moment fresh wind came, I don't even know if they ready. Joseph, hold your wife down because I don't want her to shout. Here it is. The moment fresh wind came, I'm going to tell you something. Please don't tear this house up. Watch that camera. We need it for later. Here it is. The moment, oh boy, Dre, I don't even know if they're ready. Here it is. The moment that they spoke fresh wind, they got back on their feet. See, I'm looking for somebody that said, after I speak this one, I'm getting back on my feet. Everything that broke me down, everything that messed my heart up, I'm getting ready to get back on my feet. Fresh wind, fresh wind, fresh wind. It's getting back on your feet. I'm getting back on my feet. All right, I got to go. He says, speak to. Okay, y'all can sit down. Yeah. He speaks fresh wind. And the moment wind came in, everything that came together made the people of God leave back on their feet. That means if you came in here scattered, if you came in here divided, if you came in here separated, God says the moment you shouted fresh wind, I just got you back on your feet again. You've been waiting on 2020 to start over. God told me to tell you, if you just open your mouth and start speaking now, I'm getting ready to get you back on your feet. Everybody that lost a job, you getting ready to get back on your feet. Everybody ain't got no money, you get ready to get back on your feet. Somebody shout fresh wind. Now high five your neighbor, say, get back on your feet again. I'm gone. Thank y'all so much for letting me come, praise them. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, God. I just saw 3 people get back on their feet this month. As a matter of fact, the job that you've been waiting on them to hire you, they finna call you before December. I wish I had somebody. I wish I had somebody that'll give God glory. Because after this, I'm getting back on my feet. I'm getting back on my feet. It's finna come together. And I'm finna get back on my feet. I said again, it's about to come back together. And I'm finna get back on my feet. One more time for the slow folk in the room. It's about to come together. And I'm about to get back on my feet. I dare you to just prophesy that to somebody next to you. Tell them, say, it's about to come together. And then you're going to get back on your feet. If they don't shout, don't talk to them no more. Tell them, it's about to come back together. It's about to come back together. And you about to get back on your feet. You won't be still broke by what happened. You won't still be bitter about what happened. You get ready to get back. About to get back on my feet. I got to give you one more. I got to go. Can these bones live? You know, Lord. Prophesy to the bones. Prophesy to the wind. But I need you to watch this next place. That's why I'm adding the text. We shouted all this time just for me to get to this verse right here. He says, here's the next place I need you to prophesy. I need you to speak into the place of where people are. See, some of us cannot speak to where they are going until we learn how to speak to where they are. And God cannot bring a healing until we know where you're hurting. Oh, I wish I had somebody. He says, speak, watch this, to my people and tell them, watch this specifically, I'm going to open up their graves. I'm going to say it again. He said, tell my people, I'm getting ready to open up their graves. Now, when I said their graves, that means that they have already died in it. They are already buried by it. And God says that they're getting ready to survive something that they died from and they were buried by because you spoke in the atmosphere. See, I knew you didn't have anointed people on your road, because if you would have just opened your mouth at that moment, every person that's sitting on your road that could have died in what they were in and was buried by what folks say, God says he's getting ready to open it up and they gonna survive and live from it. Here's what tripped me out. Now, this ain't even in the text, but it's in the text, but you didn't see it because God showed it to me. He ain't show it to you. So I'm going to show it to you so you can see what he showed me, so you can have it and you can go tell somebody else what you saw. All right. Here it is. He tells him to speak to the place that the people are in. Now watch this. The first 2 times he tells them to speak, it's the stuff that's visible. This last time he tells him to speak, it's the stuff that's under the ground. I ain't got no real help in this room. Which means that in the next season of your life, God is about to address the stuff that's been buried and you done swept under the rug and you done told people you don't deal with no more, but it's still a bother and a pain and a trial to you. God said, I'm getting ready to open it up because I need you to be healed all the way. Everything you buried, he's getting ready to release. I don't even know if you're ready for this. Everything he buried, he getting ready to release you from. Everything you tried to get over and you thought you was past, God told me to tell you, today I'm getting ready to release you from it. All you had to do was open your mouth. Everything your mama did, everything your daddy did, everything that happened in your lineage, everything your husband and wife went through, you get ready to be released. So everything people can't see about you, I'm getting ready to heal you from. Everything you tried to mask by mascara and Maybelline and I wish I had some Avon and I wish I had Mary Kay. It don't always cover up everything. There are some things we can smile at, but we still struggle with. And God said, everything you bury, I'm getting ready to release you from it. Here's the last shout of the text, and I got to go. Here's the last shout of this text. I got to go. Here's the last shout of this text. I hope you're ready. He says to them, I'm going to open up their graves, and they going to know that it wasn't nobody else that did it but me. Okay. Your neighbor didn't shout this whole time. And I hope and pray that if they don't find a way to shout right here, that God will touch them sometime this week. Here it is. This is what he says. He said, the moment you open your mouth, everybody that's connected to you that has been going through it is getting ready to come out. I don't even know if you really caught that. I say everybody that's been going through hell, that's been experiencing pain and problem, they getting ready to come. I need you to shout for they come out. You getting ready to come out of this. You ain't going to be sad this year. You ain't going to be struggling. I speak that you getting ready to come out. Woo! You all just go ahead and prophesy over my family. We coming out. I'm prophesying over my friendships. We coming out. I'm prophesying in my church. We coming out. I speak over my family members. We ain't gonna stay right here. We coming out. And we coming out with our hands. Just nudge three people and say, come out. Come. I dare you to come out. Come out of that depression. Come out of that sadness. Come out of being sick. Come out of being down. Come out of being in poverty. Come out of being in pain. I speak you coming out. Y'all ain't prophesying good enough. I need you to speak. We coming out. We coming out of this. No more. We coming out of this. We ain't gonna be like this. We coming out. I need you to grab a neighbor. Grab a neighbor. Grab a neighbor real quick. Grab a neighbor real quick. Because there are some people who don't have the strength to come out themselves. And all I need is one somebody that got the power of the anointing of God that said, I'm not going to leave you where you are. You get ready to come out Just pull on them and say, come out. I need you to come out of this. I need you to come out of this. I need you to come out of this. You won't die here. Come out of this. You won't quit here. Come out of this. Come out. Come out. Come out. In Jesus' name. Come out. Come out. You've been bitter too long. Come out. You've been sad too long. Come out. 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 Come out of there. I need you to come out of that. Come out of that place. Come out of that place. Come out of that place. We coming out. Pull on them real fast. Tell them, say, come out. Pull on them and tell them to come out. You've been looking like that too long. Come out. You've been broken too long. Come out. You've been bitter too long. Come out. Your broke days are over. Come out. Your sorrow days are over. Come out. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I need you to pull on them and tell them, say, come out. See, that tells me you ain't ready to come out. Because when you actually are ready to come out, you shift from the place you're in. When Lazarus is in his grave, Jesus said, Lazarus, come out of there. And Lazarus, I don't care what I gotta do. I gotta get out of that place. It had me down. I gotta get out of that place. It had me bitter. I gotta get out of that place. Come out. Grab one more neighbor by the hand. Just pull on them. Even if they don't want to move, pull on them. Tell them, say, come out. Y'all ain't setting nobody free. I need you to put your prophetic voice on. Come out. Everything the doctor told you, come out. Everything the lawyer said about you, come out. Everything people told you ain't gonna do, come out. I need you to come out of there. 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 Come on out. Come on out. Come on out. Come on out. Your family ought to come out. Your friendships ought to come out. Your marriage and your mind ought to come out. As long as I'm in your life, you will not stay where you are. Because when I speak, it's getting ready to shift.